Well, we've barely begun to investigate. I already think my initial assumption might be wrong, just because of stuff we've seen so far. And if that's true, I've got a disgusting feeling about this one. We'll see. Alright. All we can do now is check. What's this? This looks like some kind of wrapper.
Huh?
Ah, that's... You recognize it, Hina?
Well...
Well, yeah. I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might actually help her calm down a little. So you give that candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really like them that much?
I mean...
But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try them for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now, they've lost all their flavor. Hina. Polka dot candy wrapper has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Already a bad feeling. There's shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. Well, let's see. I already have a feeling of how this happened. Was not hit in the head. I mean, that's not what killed her. She was probably poisoned. And then hit in the head to make it look like that's how she went. Now, shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red, and... Is that a poison bottle? And these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. That shards in the... Huh? There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. What? We'll see. Interesting. Huh? The locker's open. And there on the inside, it's a handprint?
Why?
What's a handprint doing here? Looks like someone touched the inside of the locker, and it left a handprint on all the dust.
It's true.
Yeah, it looks quite fresh, too. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker, and left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hidden here until the locked room was open? Don't you think? But who busted out? We didn't let anybody out of the room, did we? Did we? What do you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group. Well, if that's the case, wouldn't it be easy for Hina to just say, well, I found these two. So, but she was with us when we opened it. So it couldn't have been her hiding in there, at least not till we opened the door, but then how should she have gotten out? I'm making too many assumptions too early.
Wrong.
Wrong. Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Oh, well. Why do I keep wasting my time like this? Because this always happens. Huh? Why not?
Hey.
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Oh, yeah. And the locker was already open at that point. Yeah.
Indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah. So then, what does this handprint mean? Locker handprint has been added to the truth bullet section. Well, Everybody needs to put their hands in there, I guess. Is it one of these bottles? Ah, I see. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. Oh, it's got the little figurine inside it. And inside each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is, how do they get those figures inside the bottles?
So,
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle. Huh? You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the place inside. You've never seen that? Oh, yeah. Maybe I have.
in other words,
So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. Monokuma bottles, man. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things, little by little. Monokuma bottle is sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. Red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle. Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? The shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. The same shelf full of magazines. There's all different kinds of magazines here. There's a bloodstain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Magazine shelf bloodstain has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in his chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her. But according to the Monokuma file, she had also vomited blood. And I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So, what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. The status of Sakura's body has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. But even if I'm right, why? Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? Not a chance. Byakuya.
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on the most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. Well, I mean, it's interesting, but interesting doesn't have to mean good. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to the way she died. Or to why she died. Yeah.
what the heck?
We already know who did it. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all 3 of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. When I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon. The Monokuma file, she said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth. I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her, by force even, this never would have happened. Hina. Oh, am I getting taken for a ride here? I'm getting taken for a ride. It's impossible to not have regrets, I know. Always accounts are added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Would you actually do it? For what? Putting up a hell of a show before when you were sticking up for her. Was that just a show? If think about the notes is true, she would have known about it. She would have hidden in there, and it would have been easy to pin it on one of them. Is it possible she poisoned the candy? Gave it to her? Ate that. Vomited blood. When she sat down and died, she hit her in the head with the bottle to make it look like that's what killed her. It seems pretty sloppy. Was it her? If she was gonna do this, she'd probably be sloppy about it. To be nice for so long and then to finally snap, is that possible for her? But the fact that she had asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying, it might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. Oh, I have a bad feeling about this, man.
However,
But for Sakura to have been killed, yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
it's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? It had to be someone she trusted. Bad feeling, man. I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
They would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her. I'm gonna be heartbroken at the end of this.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. Something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. And it's true? I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said, and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Byakuya says he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. It's around 1 o'clock right now. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura died around 12 noon, so roughly an hour ago. Was that when Kyoko and I were moving Alter Ego? Anything else I'm missing? Protein Zone X. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the floor. It's the super protein.
So,
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Was that poisoned? Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. But still, this protein can't. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me. Sakura mentioned how the Chem had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this in the Chem lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange. Huh? What is?
Hey,
She was scattered around the can. Shards of light blue glass. It must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can. They're also underneath it. Yeah. Sure is. Why does that matter? It means it was put here by one of us on the way in.
So,
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. God damn it. I want to be wrong, but I don't think I am. We'll see. An important clue. I'm not sure how I see how. God, you're dense! Anti-protein drink has been added to the Truth Bullet section. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob, so we couldn't get the door open. What's that back there? There's no evidence of any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. Feels bad, man. This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. I examined both the door and the chair. There's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning, and the door from opening. And there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside. But how would they escape? They had a hard time pushing that? Really?
Listen.
Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so. For the most part.
So then.
Yeah, you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
Listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She decided? She's got a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right. I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. I hope you're not guilty.
What the heck?
You already know who did it.
I won't forgive you.
I mean, I know she at least hated them before, but is that a ruse? I mean, we've seen enough of this in the past. Yeah, I want to be wrong. But it doesn't make sense. Like if it was just the poisoning, that'd be one thing. But if it did involve the blow to the head also while she was still alive, there was the only way in and out of the ring. Oh, I was trying to leave, but okay, I'll go out this way. Those other 2 probably went back to their rooms. Nailed it. I pressed the doorbell. And after a few seconds... Hey, you partying hard in it? Oh, hey.
Who's there?
Wow, you're steeled, aren't you? The most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something. I want to talk to you about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you. What?
Well...
I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said two, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it? I admit, I did get the note, but I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? I'm going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. Yo! I pressed the doorbell. After a few seconds...
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually. I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you.
What?
How'd you know about that?
Could it be?
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that?
What?
Oh, well, when she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note. She,
How about that?
She gave it to me in person. And she happened to mention the others, like, in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. Is he just being stupid again? So then you went and met with Sakura?
You got it all wrong.
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
Last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt, and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. Hiro was feeling around in his pockets.
Hey, come on.
Sorry. Looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big, goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh?
Huh? What?
Shut up. Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again. Oh, dear. I know what happened. He shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash?
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked me to meet with her, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me. No, I don't think it was him. God. Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there is to it. Who else had access to them? So why would Hiro have it? She slipped it into his pocket. Somebody really trying to frame him again? Oh, it's disappointing. What next? Definitely have to look around the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it must have been come from the chem lab. So, where should I start? Well, methinks the chem lab. Feels bad, man.
What?
Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes sir, I understand. Fuck you. I mean, it's possible that they went out of their way to highlight some of the stuff in yellow they said earlier. It's possible I just missed something, but oh, it doesn't look good. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like there are 3 shelves that have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more important right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? C4? C4? It looks like the bottle had a label on it. Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out. And at this point, this room wasn't like this. Then, this powder must have been spilled.
So, in other words...
That's right. It could have only been around the time of the incident. That really is when it happened. It must be related to the case somehow. Who would just knock it over? Could Aoi do it because he's a spaz? Hiro did it because he's a klutz? Probably. Or something more deliberate. Feels bad, man. Maybe it's just perspective, but those seem like big footprints. I don't know. Those are footprints? They're only in front of the left shelf. How these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? And we need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, you mean me. How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
What?
Well, let's go. Chop, chop. Okay. What a bitch. So I got to work, and before long, I drew up a sketch of the room. The best sketch ever. So, how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. For me?
I see.
So, when you look at it like this, interesting. It appeared that whoever left those footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
It's certainly possible.
Makoto, are they yours? No.
What?
Okay, let me see your shoes, and I'll confirm their size for myself. Can't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see. Your feet do appear to be too big. Too big? Seriously? Oh no. Oh no. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately? Well, with how clear these prints are, it should be easy to determine who they do belong to. These prints are a really valuable clue. Are they being too obvious with this, or do they think I'm just going to be too attached? Which, I'm super attached, but... There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I better not leave a footprint. I should probably take a good, hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. Just the remains of a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle was called Chem C4. Also, it looks like someone left footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. My footprints are too large and I'm 5'3"? Surely Byakuya and Hiro have bigger shoes. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean anything. Somebody could have gotten what they needed, then made the mess, and was using someone else's shoes to just make false prints. But smaller, who would have smaller? Always the same height as me. She would probably have smaller just because she's a girl. Probably. Toko's a little taller, but she would probably have smaller feet, I'd imagine. I sincerely doubt Hiro or Byakuya. I don't, apparently. Kyoko. She's like she's got 3 inches on me, which is really sad. Girls just tend to have smaller feet usually. The person in the power is going to add to the 2 things. If we just base it on that alone, is it going to be that obvious? Oh my god, it feels bad, man. Let's see, what's on this shelf? There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So you can consider this part of the shelf in unit section A. Huh? But wait. There's one bottle that's labeled Chem C9. Someone put it here on accident? sloppy. Is it intentionally sloppy? It would be super easy to think that someone like Hina or somebody stupid like Hiro would do it. So on this shelf looks like a bunch of chemicals. I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
What, you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser. Which, I suppose, suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit, section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. This one. On this shelf is... One look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit, section C. I should try to find out more about the shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. He's going over stuff. Just a second. Yeah. I wasn't paying attention. Sorry. Okay. Okay. $60. I'm not going to bother stop recording. I'll be right back. Sorry. I'm coming. I'm sorry. People need money. What are you gonna do? Not that I really mind. I'll be back soon. But... Nope. I don't know how well you can hear me right now. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Okay. Sorry. Apparently we need tags in the car. Hadn't even thought of it, about it. Usually I'm on top of that. My disabled mother's going out for the day, so she figured she'd go ahead and get it. So, okay. I think I told you guys that before. Take care of my mother. It's rough. I mean, for her, not so bad for me, I suppose. Anyway, Section A has dietary supplements, Section B has reagents, and Section C has lethal chemicals. Oh yeah, back to being depressed. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. God, why would you put that shit in here? That's such a bad idea. What concerns me is Section A, there was a bottle with a label from Section C. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on here. Chem lab shelf has been added to the room. Before taking a good look at the chem lab, maybe I should take another look around the rec room. How many other places could I possibly even check? Hey, ass munch.
I see.
Makoto, I admit you have a good eye for spotting useful clues. We also need to learn how to make use of those clues. Yeah. I guess. Feels bad, man.
Hey,
So, Makoto, how's your investigation going? Told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro told me.
I see.
So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway,
Well, I've made some progress on my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These three things have revealed new clues. You'd do well to look over them one more time.
What the heck?
You already know who did it.
I won't forgive you. Just the worst.
Oh, I hope I'm wrong. You've been so nice the entire game. What would cause you to finally snap? Unless you just felt betrayed. Do you really have it in you? Fuck, I don't know. I've been surprised so far by some things. Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. What does that say? Karoto ladies? I don't know. Miss Muscle appears. Cosplay king. Okay. Huh? This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
hey,
Something catches your eye. It's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. What? This is... Toko? That's a little too convenient. This is weird. Hina, could you really have done this? Planted the wrapper on Hiro. Done this too. Would you make extra sure that they don't catch you by casting doubts on two people at once? It wouldn't matter who they guessed, they'd be wrong. This is... On one of the pages, near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in bold, bloody letters. Is there a chance that all of them were right on it? And it said Toko. Like, the only one I don't suspect is Kyoko. Could this be... I mean, I have no reason to suspect right now, but who knows? A dying message?
correct.
It would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this?
So,
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. They've tried that trick before. I mean, it wasn't a trick. It worked back then, but... A dying message.
however,
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it, for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that... That says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it.
What the heck?
Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet.
I won't forgive you.
It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. Damn it. I think Kyoko said she found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new, something new. Well, it seems like there's like an extra bottle missing. Oh wait, was one of the bottles different? So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Careful attention in your try to find it. Yeah, the pieces are different. What's that in the middle? Oh, that's a bishop, okay. We got a pawn, we got a rook. The one we found on the ground was a knight. And is that the king over there? Or is that queen? That's probably king. So where's queen? Correlation. Hey, Kyoko. Can't you just tell me what it is? Oh, for fuck's sake.
so,
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions, so that everyone can have their confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer! Man, no sold. I do trust you, to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree? Oh my god.
hey,
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? Oh my god, you're gonna hit me over the head. Experiment?
anyway,
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get smaller pieces too. There's gonna be too many. Huh? Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
that doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya is not here, so...
So then,
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. I don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I'd better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up, sorry to keep you waiting.
so then,
Is everything ready? Let's get to work. So, what kind of experiment are we doing?
in other words,
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights on what? The pieces of glass you collected, and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Oh, okay, I see what you're going to do. You're going to break one of the bottles, take out the chest piece, because the chest piece might weigh different, and then measure the weights of what you got. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
listen,
Yeah, I get it. First, let's compare the weight of two of the normal Monokuma bottles. It's balanced,
in other words,
which means it looks like it's a little off balance, whatever. Monokuma bottle weighs about the same, which makes sense. Okay, well, I thought she was going to break it because I thought maybe the pieces would weigh a little different because of their different shapes and whatnot. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight.
so then,
Wrong! But whatever. Now, here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to gather them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
so then,
Okay then, let's give it a try. Way heavier. Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? You are so stupid. Jesus Christ. How is that possible? It's two bottles.
I knew it.
Not sure what that means, but it's two bottles. It's what you might need to knock out someone that big. I don't know. Just as I thought.
In
What?
other words,
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles, put it all together. Did two people no, they were... Like, the only people that would collaborate at this point, I would think, would be Byakuya and Toko. Toko would follow along, at least in Toko form, but I'm trying to find excuses, aren't I? Put it all together,
Hey.
and I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So, what do you think? It's all on you. What else?
In other words,
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles. Put it all together, and I believe you'll write your very own persuasive conclusion.
hey,
So, what do you think? It's all on you. I'm going to show the pieces of glass in the intact molecule of a bottle. And the bottles all have something in common. There's apparently an important secret hidden there. According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered from Sakura. Okay, that was
just
the
a
third.
second.
Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know, but
Hey,
don't you think you might need to actually examine the body?
whew.
There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although, there are still some times. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
That's totally normal. Then, how can you...
So,
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind.
hey,
More importantly, look here. Her shoes?
correct.
See that yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is clue number 1. Did she actually do it, or somebody being sloppy? Or trying to make it look like she did it? Fuck, I don't know.
Hey,
Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully.
it's true.
Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot. So let me just explain.
It would seem...
It appears she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. Oh, 2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Kyoko's examination summary has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. Well, that's simple. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. Maybe somebody with 2 eyes, or even an eye. Wow, short investigation. Huh?
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Jeez. That was quick. What time is it? It did take a little longer than I thought. 48 minutes. I guess I'll save out here. And I'm going to go ahead and talk to them real quick. And then end it. What a small group. Monokuma made his announcement, and everyone began to meet up, one after another. Then, hey! The ultimate martial artist! A locked room murder mystery!
What?
What the? Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons! Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. Arr. This is just plain creepy.
Well,
And now about the reverse. No matter how great something is, if you put it in a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you have 100 friends.
What?
That's right, that does make it seem sad.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
Now then, please get on the elevator. I'll see y'all down there. What the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me!
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean!
I mean, I didn't murder anyone. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer?
What the heck?
Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt. One of us is the culprit. Killer. The one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know. And yet, someone killed her. And that person is here? That person is one of us?
Don't look at me!
I said it before and I'll say it again. It wasn't me. The culprit is one of us. Make no mistake about that.
What the heck?
Because I didn't do it. How many times do I have to tell you?
What the heck?
How can you just stand there and say you didn't do it without even breaking a sweat? I hope I'm wrong.
Hey,
I'm pretty sure I'm right. Standing around here isn't going to do any good. Let's get going. Girl, you made it this far. Has it all come to an end for you now? Probably has. Maybe I've just got an overactive imagination, but a lot of stuff sure does seem to fit. Man, we got to be pretend boyfriend and girlfriend for a bit. Aww. Alright, nothing I can do for now. I'll wait for Sonny to catch up to this bit right here. We'll do the trial. So, I'll catch you all later.